Okay, Rav. Can you dedicate this shiur, Rav?
Sorry?
If you can rededicate the shiur.
We can restart.
Yes, but can you dedicate the shiur? I just want to have
I said that shiur is dedicated for the speedy recovery of Shmuel Mordechai ben Rochel Koblenz and Yehuda Leib ben Esther. I'm not sure the surname.
Sure.
What?
Shev.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Shev with a V.
Shed, okay. Then yeah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he probably knows the names in the right way. So it's 9 o'clock, and I think that we can start.
Yeah.
We learn the Mishlei, this is the book, and the chapter 4. And we learned about 13 psukim. So we will start in verse 14, in the middle of the chapter. We did the last time. He was talking the like introduction that he's talking about how important, like he's talking to his son or sons. This I said Shimu Banim, that how important is to acquire wisdom, and definitely we are talking about wisdom means Torah values. And in verse 10, he said, hearken my son and take my words, and years of life will increase for you. You know, it's saying that it's worth to take this lane, good for life, could be physically and spiritually. And then he continues to say, verse 11, בדרך חוכמה וראיתיך, הדרכתיך מגילי יושר, like the father like said to the son, and he said it could be that either Shlomo HaMelech is talking to the son or to anybody, or it can be that the talker is actually God, that he says, in the way of wisdom I instructed you, I led you in the path of uprightness. He gives advice. When you walk, your step will not be straightened, and if you run, you will not stumble. In other words, if you take this path, then the which means path of Torah, then you are safe in the way that you go. Take fast hold of discipline. Don't let it loose. Guard it, for it is your life. So talking about Musar, I don't know the English translation, it says discipline, but it is a very broad concept. Musar, we know Musar is the way of living a moral and disciplined life, which means Torah life. So then we go to 14, and I think this is where we haven't yet, here we stop. בורח רשעים אל תבוא, ואל תאשר בדרך חיים. Now, it continues to say, up to now, he was talking about, like I would say, how you should behave, what you do. And now is talking, be aware of things of the other side. It's like, let's make an example. Like we've got the Torah, we've got mitzvot aseh, things you should do, and mitzvot lo taseh, what you be aware not to do. Up to now, he was talking about suggesting what way you should choose, the choose of wisdom, and which means that Torah life. Now, be aware the other side. You shall not come in the way of the wicked, and don't walk in the way of the evil. Now, there is like, there are two how we say, description of people can be rasha, wicked, and then bederech ra'im, in the way of the evil. And what I saw that the different is what he's talking about. Reshaim, the wicked, means people who are acting badly. This is the Roshem. Bederech Ra'im, the way of evil, this means that it's basic that the personality of the person not only is a wicked in acting, but in fact his whole essence is bad. And then also can mean there are two talking about orach, the way, and derech. In English, both of them are translated the way, but in fact, in the commentators talking about that can be a way which it means highway, a broad way, and can be orach, a very specific way, but the message is clear that he's talking about how a person should be aware not to connect or to follow the wrong ways, and that can be, as I said, in general, a derech, a broad way, which means philosophically a person has got wrong ideology which will lead to act badly. רעהו אל תעבור בו, סטה מעליו ועבור. Talking about this bad way, avoid it. Don't pass through it. Turn away from it and pass. So in other words, you should be aware not to get into this wrong way. And if you are already there in the way, it means stay, get away, get out of it. Stay מעליו. Turn away from it. So obviously don't enter to it. If you're there, get out of it. Which means get out of the wrong way, and talking about get to the right way, which means a Torah life. Now, there is a very interesting point in this chapter. A couple of commentators
Thank you.
are talking about not to jump into things in extremely. It has to be balanced. We spoke about it before, but it comes again and again. That don't the Goen, the Vilna Goen in his commentary, he says the idea is a person must get in the right way slowly, not to jump something straight away into extreme. This is dangerous. It has to be built step by step to get into it. And we'll see a couple of times it's being hinting to this. Now you continue. Hello? You talking?
What page are we on, Rabbi?
We are book Mishlei, chapter 4, verse 16.
Chapter 4, verse
Now,
16.
by making the person aware the danger of connecting with evil doers and wicked, he now gives a little of a description. How do they act? 16, for they, talking about this wicked people, they will not sleep if they don't commit evil. And their sleep will be robbed away if they don't cause stumbling. It's very, I think, very, very cynic. I'm talking about a person, he won't have a good sleep if he doesn't actually do some wrong. As he said, they will not sleep if they don't commit evil. This is all the essence, basic is to commit evil. And they cannot sleep if they are not doing it. They are unable to sleep, Rashi says. If the day has passed without gain from an act of violence, they are restless. Um, yeah, and continue on the same note. כי לחמו לחם רשע, for what they eat, the bread of wickedness, and they drink the wine of violence. So it's a description of people who are basically, their essence is bad and wicked. This is what their, so to speak, all what existence is based on violence and wickedness. Ve'yein chamasim shtu, yeah, that they drink wine of violence. So this is one side, describing the way how the wicked act and their essence and what they are planning always to do. In contrast, coming to verse 18, but the way of the righteous is like the light of dawn. It shines ever brighter until the day is perfect. So, here comes the point which you mentioned from the Vilna Gaon, that the right way, the righteous people, they don't jump into things. They like take it slowly. In the beginning, it's like the light of dawn. It grows, they grow with their life and their ways of acting, and through learning, it becomes brighter until they gain perfection. So they do it slowly. This is, what seems to be the way that he prescribes. Don't jump to big things. Start and walk safe and slowly until it becomes light, that you are then in the right state and become stable. Again, going back to the wicked, 19. The way of the wicked is like pitch darkness. They don't know on what they stumble. They don't know on what they stumble. Again, the contrast. They walk in their way. They think that they've got a way, but the way is darkness. They don't even realize how they stumble. It's, they think they walk in a right path, but they don't realize how they stumble. Again, going back, says, my son, 20, hearken to my words, incline your ear to my sayings. I'm giving you advice. Can be the the Torah talking about dvarim, and there are here words and saying. Could mean the written law can end the verbal law, תורה שבעל פה, תורה שבכתב. אל יליזו מעיניך, 21, אל יליזו מעיניך, שמרם בתוך לבבך. What this things that I telling you to listen to what I have to tell you, let them not depart from your eyes. Guard them with your heart. So he says, he brings here in the translation, in the commentary, King Solomon admonishes his son not to forget the commandments. Forgetfulness of the commandment can happen in one of two ways. By forgetting the commandment itself, such as forgetting the interdict of performing labor on the Shabbat, or interdict of a particular type of labor, or by losing sight of a commandment temporarily, such as one who knows that he must recite the Shema, but he slips his mind at the moment and he fails to fulfill his commandment. Because he's aware of the commandment, this later type of forgetfulness involves more carelessness and negligence than does the former. Because the other one is doing the wrong thing, this what the second he says, he he forgets. It's not. He's not. In principle, he likes to believe to do the right thing, but he doesn't. He does it. He's careless. So therefore, it says, Rabbeinu Yonah, King Solomon first admonishes concerning the later time of forgetfulness by stating, let them not depart from your eyes. They must be careful in the way that you act and you live. Then he admonishes concerning the former type by stating, guard them with your heart. Be careful. Going to 22. כי חיים הם למוצאיהם, ולכל בשרו מרפא, for their life, for those who find them. Talking about, of course, the Torah life, the words of those who find them, it is life, and for all is flesh healing. So I want to say that Torah life is not only spiritual good life, but also will help to protect to the body. The one who finds the wisdom of the Torah will find that it's a life for him and healing for all his flesh. One of the commentaries. כי חיים הם, that we said, it's give love to people who find them and they follow it. 23, מכל משמר נצור ליבך. From every interdict, guard your heart. issues of life come out of it. And Rashi want to say, guard your heart from transgression, regardless if it's a minor sin or a grave sin. Must be careful, not just say, okay, I don't care for something which seems to be little things. This is one has to, because for even a minor one, you shall have life and a great reward if you feel it. So don't under or minimize what you say. This is nicht gefährlich. It's not so think if I doing something, I'm not doing something great. Sorry. אני באמצע זום, אני אחזור אליך. Let's say I keep the main things. It's not enough. You have even a minor one will protect you not to fall in something more dangerous. The Gemara, the idea, be as scrupulous in the observance of a minor commandment as in the observance of a major one. For you don't know what reward is given for the observance of the commandments. This is what seems from the Gemara, but I like to take it a little bit further, not only about what the reward, but from the minor, you develop more serious things which you will fall in. 24, take speech away from yourself and put devious lips far away from you. It can be, again, to aser mimcha ikshut peh. Don't do something which you act in such a way that people will actually will mock you or will feel bad about you, what it is. So this can mean if a person again falls into kind of extreme things which is not really up to the standards, and then it becomes a mockery. So again, according to what I said before, the guy talking about needs to be balanced, that the person builds up and not just jump into things, and then it becomes a mockery, and people laugh at him, and it becomes the laughter of his environment. Let your eyes look forward, and let your eyelids look straight ahead of you. Don't take any sidelines go straight. Look, say, don't look for doing things which is not straight, not true. Just you one commentary. Concentrate on the aim of the deed you are planning to do, and then your eyelids will lead you in a straight path. Don't look for kind of shortcuts, which then, of course, you lose balance, and as you jump, and afterwards you can't keep on staying in it. Weigh the path of your feet, and all your ways will be established. I think this is what you must plan. You must do things with the right thought, not just you get excited about something, and then it must be something that is you weigh what you are doing, not to jump into things, as I said, without really having, this is not a stable way to do. What does Rashi say? Where you weigh the loss of a commandment against its reward. Okay, talking about Rashi speaks about that. Try to weigh what you win when you do the right things and what you lose if you are not doing it the right things. So it must be well balanced and thinking through what you do, then it becomes solid and sure. And this is I think the crux of the whole thing. 27. Turn neither right nor left. Keep your feet from evil. So this is what I said before about balance. Don't extreme right, extreme left. Should be a balanced way. Rashi, as I said, don't now exhorts him to be careful not to deviate from that weight, as Rashi explained about. So this is the lesson, I think, in this chapter, how to walk slowly, safely, and balanced. And this is something that should be done with thought and proper direction, to have the right direction rather than to jump into things. Of course, all this talking about how a person should calculate his way in life, the religious life, of Torah life, and which you start slowly, go step by step, then it develops until you come to the full light and to become and it becomes stable and part of you, that this is you yourself rather than something which is superficial and so on. And of course, the gain and the reward is not to be the opposite, what the wicked and that he was talking about, that what their life or their way is, although it looks to them a right way, but this is only leads to destruction and the failure. No, this is we finish the chapter, and Mirza Hashem will. It's also appropriate what we learn Mishlei Chodesh Elul, this month of Elul, that we are preparing ourselves for the holy days, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Day of Judgment. This is where we are to re-examine our ways, our doings, and so on. So I think that it's appropriate that to the time when we learn this chapter. So friends, with this we will depart, and I'll say to you good night and good week, and
Thank you, Rav.
Thank you, Rav.
have a
Thank you.
good Shabbos.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Rav.
We
And
get
the
your
main
koyach.
thing
Thank
that
you.
we should hear, only good news
Amen.
Amen.
for
Amen.
the
That's right, Amen.
individuals, those that need to have a referral, need to be healed, and of course, especially we need a lot of Yeshua and help from God to the situation in Eretz Israel, which is very, very, I'm sure you all follow the news, very problematic. And we can only do what we can do is to do what God wants us to do, and to ask Him that He should lead us all in the right path, in the right way. Have a good Shabbos.
Amen.
All the
Shabbos, take care.
Thank you so much, Rav.
Shabbos.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good Shabbos.
Kol tov. All the
Good
best.
Shabbos, everybody.
Besara
Shabbos,
tova.
Rabbi.